Hey guys, happy September to everybody. Andrew the Realtor here with my monthly market update. I hope you guys have been watching these because so far the information has been really good. Not because it's me giving it, but because the information I have is very, very solid. It has been very accurate, a lot more accurate than some. You guys remember when CMHC said we're supposed to have a very slow summer? July, record sales. August, record sales. September, so far, very high. Um, Tracking to be probably record sales as well. So what's happening in the market and what is going to happen, and one little tidbit on types of property that you guys should be interested in. I'll try to make this fast. I know my stuff, so I do this kind of a bit off the cuff. I have a couple of slides for you as usual. Have a look. And guys, again, I hope this is a benefit. Any questions, you guys know where to find me. Some of you have done that already. So, okay, let me minimize myself right here. And we're going to go right into this. So, present. Okay, so what we got here are the stats for August last month. It's just the beginning of September now, and I'll give you some updates even into the market in the month of September. So August was a historical month. Now, when I say record in terms of July and August sales volume, I mean as long as the board has been around. I think we started in 1920, the Toronto Real Estate Board, and since that time that we've been keeping track, and before that, July and August this year, post-pandemic or still pandemic, I guess, the highest 2 months of those months ever. So look at the differences in terms of homes sold. So I'll do my little spiel here. My two circles and two lines are the most important part. So actual homes sold August 2020 last month was up 40%, over 40% versus homes sold in August 2019. Now 2019 was a pretty normal year, kind of boring normal in terms of things were moving fine. If anything, maybe a little bit less than normal. But look at this, a 40% increase, pretty crazy. Over 10,000 sales, almost 11,000 sales. Average price is crazy. Some of you who are current clients and working with me right now, you guys know this is the case. Average price has gone up about 20%. Now, admittedly, because it's a crazy market right now, that is clearly not sustainable. It was not sustainable 15, 16, and 17, and it's not going to be sustainable at 20% in 2020. However, it is going to be like this for the next little while. The point being, it is as active as can be. Inventory, which is the next thing I'm going to show you at. Look at new listings, up 56.8%. 56.8%. So that is how many new listings are coming onto the market, 18,000 versus 11,700. That's a huge increase. Active listings, even so, still up 5%. The point being, we're selling so fast that all these new listings, 56%, only account for an extra 5% of active listings. We're selling at a rapid pace. Still doing that in September, and certainly it was the case in October. So active listings higher, new listings way higher. Where are they? If they're new, why aren't they active? Because they're selling so quickly. Days on market over here that I didn't underline, you'll notice is down 32%, 25 days on market average in August of last year. Last month of this year, 17 days. Pretty big difference. And of course, that includes some of those who said 2-3 months on the market because they're very expensive, et cetera, et cetera. For the most part, properties are selling quite well. A little note on that later, which you guys might find very interesting, especially those of you who own condos. So average detached up, everything's up. The difference you'll start seeing, and this is a bit of a theme going on right now, possibly COVID related, actually probably a lot COVID related. Notice the condos increase is much smaller than the rest. But the point of this graph, very busy August, as it was July and September. So far, we are at, last I checked, over 2,300 sales, and that was only in the first little over a week. In September, this month may very well get into about 10,000 sales, a little bit less than August or last month, which would also mean a record. That's my guess. My predictions, which have been pretty good, because I get it from pretty good sources, is that we may very well have another record month in September. Very, very busy. A lot of demand, inventory can't keep up. So moving onwards, here's what I wanted to show you guys specifically. I'm going to minimize myself even more so here because I'm just not that important. Here we go. Look at the sales comparisons. This is August last month to August of 2019. The point being here, I'm going to show you detached, certainly up 50% sales. Okay, a lot. Semi-detached, a lot. Everything here is over 50%. Semis, 65%. Sweet heavens. Notice the condos are only up 10.6%. Now, this is something that is currently happening that I've noticed, especially with the lower end spectrum of the price range, say anywhere from about 400 to say 600,000 or so. Those price ranges in terms of townhomes, semis, and detached, I would certainly mean well outside of Toronto, out to maybe down to Hamilton, Burlington, probably not quite, but certainly Oshawa and up to maybe New Williamsbury or East Williamsbury or something like that. So the point being, it's well outside the city. Those things are selling very, very fast. Oshawa is a good example. I like to use Oshawa because it is getting a lot of action right now. Main reason being there's still that price range, 450 to 550, that semis and townhomes are going in some more, and they're flying. They're 12, 13, 14 offers per. Now, the same is not necessarily happening with condos. Now, why are condos having, at 10%, we're complaining, right? I mean, it's unbelievable. The point is not that it's bad. It's actually quite normal in terms of months of inventory and in terms of overall sales. But condos are lagging behind, and you can imagine why. Some people have learned that they can work remotely. They don't need to be in the city. Now, some people like the condo life. I have clients like that. Nothing wrong with that, I think. But some don't. Some have a condo only because they can only afford a condo, which with the low rates is now maybe a possibility for them to get outside the city, get something bigger that they actually like, and they can still work from home. The working from home situation is really going to play a big role. Now, I know in the commercial side of things, which I don't deal with as nearly as much, that is definitely playing a role in terms of commercial leases and commercial properties in general. There's going to be a bit of a shock there. But residentially speaking specifically, condos are, you're in a big building with a lot of other people, COVID. You're in a small space, and there's other people in also small spaces, COVID. So it is one of those things that I personally feel, and others do, who are very much authorities on the subject. I guess I'm somewhat of an authority. That this phenomenon is going to be short-lived, meaning that it's not going to be, the COVID situation is not going to be affecting people as much because God willing, it's not going to stick around forever and ever. Maybe it'll be like SARS and eventually kind of dissipate into whatever SARS is right now. Forgive me for medically ignorant there. But it's a temporary thing that people are maybe moving out to outside the city, to places even outside the GTA because they can afford something bigger and they can still work, and maybe once a week to go to the office in Toronto. Maybe not even. I've had folks that go into the office once every 2 weeks or so, somewhere within the downtown Toronto or somewhere nearby the core. So why do they get a condo in downtown? They don't need it anymore. They can be outside the city. So those kinds of things are starting to play a little bit into the condo market. As well, my personal prediction, as COVID has subsided in terms of its effects on construction and those kinds of things, those things are going to be more and more into play in terms of releasing higher volumes of new condo units. Those builds that were put on hold a little bit because of the COVID situation are probably going to be finishing up probably end of this year, next year, and that kind of thing. So there's going to be quite a lot of volume flooding the market. The nice thing for condo owners, those of you who own condos, and a lot of you do, is that the value is still going to be there. And the value is still going to be there because, again, one thing I've tried to show you guys consistently, whether you're particularly interested or not, maybe just click on this because you have some free time. Thank you. The demand for real estate in the GTA is really high. Is maintained to be very high. That's why the inventory, even at a decent inventory, we still can't keep up because of the way the demand is. And that's consistent. The GTA is an amazing place to live. I mean, you guys know me. I've lived abroad, many different places, including, the old Soviet Union. And I know people have come from places worse than that. And the GTA is an amazing, Canada in general, but GTA is an amazing place to live. The demand is going to be there. So why I mentioned that, I made fun of CMHC. I shouldn't. They're a good corporation. They said that the summer is going to be slow. Well, no, clearly we're clearly wrong. And interestingly, the same people are the ones that are saying that the prices may drop. Admittedly, conflict of interest. I sell homes. Now, my business does not necessitate prices going up or going down. I'm a homeowner. Obviously, I would like prices to maintain going up at a sustainable rate so my clients can actually buy things. But at the same time, I have business regardless. And the truth is, in that aspect, maybe it's not a conflict of interest for me to tell you that I don't really foresee the numbers being in such a way that the market will actually go down in any kind of significant fashion. Now, we're up 20%. Say the next 2 months it cools off or something like that, and the appreciation goes down to single-digit appreciation. Have we actually lost price? No. Have people overpaid a little bit now? Possibly because of the kind of timing. They paid a little premium. Yeah, absolutely. I think they know that. Hopefully their realtor told them that. And at the same time, give them 2, 3, 4 years, as even some of my clients have noticed even 2, 3, 4 years is enough to see great increase on appreciation of the property. So in that aspect, it kind of it's a wash, so to speak. They're going to be up regardless. So my thought is kind of a bit of a prediction for what's going to be happening. September, more than likely going to be a very busy month. It already is. We're selling upwards of over 300 homes a day. And so we're probably going to have a record month in September. October, possibly a record month. I'm not sure. Certainly going to be busy. And I have a feeling it'll probably go right into the holidays, kind of like it did last year. Main reason being COVID, they put everything on hold and people got to catch up. So if you're looking to purchase, especially towards the lower end, it's a tough time for first-time home buyers. It's a tough time to be somebody in the lower end price range. Call me. I might be able to answer some of the questions of areas that you might be having more success in, or maybe it's time to hold off a little bit. It depends on what your specific prospects are. If you're looking to sell, you got a nice window in the next probably 2 to 3 months, maybe next 2 months or so before things start to slow down a little bit and become a little bit more normal. And obviously, any questions so I can get more specific about your specific property, you guys call me. I appreciate those that have. Call me, email me, message me, whatever, with your questions. So that's me, guys. I wish you a fantastic rest of September. For those those with kids going to school like mine, go enjoy. Enjoy the first day of school. Enjoy life, slowly becoming a little bit more normal. And do take care of yourselves. I'm here if you need anything. See you next month.